What is up everyone, DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another quick tutorial for my channel. Just wanted to go over a couple questions that I had for the IFYOO controller. If you guys don't remember what the IFYOO controller looked like, it looks like this one right here. It's a kind of a combination of a PC controller, a console controller, a keyboard, a mouse pad, a joystick, all in one, and it's kind of new and different, and I think it's definitely worth a look at. But a lot of people had questions on in my video, which I have a full review on this as well. A couple people had questions about why you still needed your controller and this controller as well when you're using it on console. Now when you're using it on PC for gaming, plug and play, just plug it into your PC, it should register and you can use it, you know, fully as everything, keyboard, mouse, the whole shebang. And that's what's kind of cool about it. When it's on console, it's a little bit different, especially for Xbox and PlayStation, because you don't have the actual PlayStation buttons or the Xbox button to get to your menu, and that's kind of why you need it. So I'm going to kind of show just a little tutorial. It's really simple, really easy. Just want to show you that it works as well and how to get to it pretty simply. So really quick before that, just want to say thank you so much for tuning in, DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you've never tuned in, just know I love to do reviews. I love to do these tutorials just to help. If this is helpful at all, if this is helpful at all, please give me a like or subscribe, share, all those types of good things, and thank you so much. So let's get into it now. All you need to do is go ahead and plug this in right here. And so we'll go ahead and do that right away. We're just going to plug this into our PlayStation. It's just a regular USB controller. So once you got it plugged in, you're pretty much good to go. All you need to do now is you will need your PlayStation controller. So you have to have your controller to be able to get into the menu. So the reason why we can't use the other controller, because it does not have the PlayStation button to get into your menu. So we're going to go ahead and click the PlayStation button. You'll still need your controller to pick your correct setting or your correct profile that you're going to pick. And then once we get into our menu here, you're still going to need it to select the game. Let me see if I can select the game with it. I do have it plugged in. Yeah, you see it's not working. It's not registering it to select any kind of game or toggle through anything yet. So you still need your PlayStation controller so you can select what game you want to play. You can play Call of Duty, you can play Fortnite. So we'll just pick Fortnite here. We'll go to Fortnite, and once you get it into Fortnite, which is kind of cool, it is plugged in. You're still using the controller here, and it'll actually say down here, it'll say press X to start. But as soon as you pick up the other controller, it registers that right away, and it'll actually say click to start, which is kind of cool. So I still have the controller here, but we don't need it anymore. We're at the point, at least on Fortnite, where we can get going. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this controller right here. I'm going to just click one little button, and all it says click to start instead of X to start, and we're ready to go. So I click to start, and it's going to take us right to our menu within Fortnite, and then this controller is ready to go. You can do everything in the menu with this controller. You don't need your PlayStation controller anymore, so you can set this aside unless you're using it for a mic or anything like that. Then you might still need it if you want to hook up your headset and have it next to you or whatever. Then you're going to need it. But if you're just playing by yourself and you don't need a microphone or anything like that, then you can set it aside and you can just use this controller. So you can see that it does give me a mouse arrow here, and I can press escape like on a keyboard, and it took me to the menu here. Then I can go to the settings and I can click, and I'm just kind of showing you how to get to the settings to be able to change some of the buttons if you wanted to do that. So then I went to the settings up top. I'm going to settings in the menu, clicking on so this would be like a mouse. You got the right click and the left click. Up top here, the bigger buttons. And then we want to go to over here, we want to go to the arrows. It's like 4 arrows. Go to that. And I could click on that, and this takes you to the menu where you can actually change the buttons, and it's really, really easy. All you have to do is click on that and then press one more time for the button that you'd want to keep it to. You apply it, and then you're good to go, and that button's going to be exactly what you want. So I have found myself changing a few buttons from what the stock configuration is on this. It is plug and play, and all the buttons there are there and do something for you to be able to do into Fortnite. But if you want to change them to something that you are a little bit more accustomed to on here, once you get used to it a little bit, then you can absolutely go here and change them to whatever custom settings you want. And I just wanted to show you kind of how to get here. In my other video, I did kind of change a couple buttons, and so I can explain that a little better in that video. But for this video, I just wanted to show you how to get there. All right, so we will exit button again, which is the big yellow button down here. And let's go, I want to go to solo. And let's just show you that it does work for the most point. So I went and I already selected the game. You can see behind me, it's working. I'm going to show you that I am using this control to control Fortnite, and it will work. So, like I said, I put my PlayStation controller down. I just have this controller now. So the analog stick controls my guy moving back and forth, and then the mouse pad controls where you're looking at. So you can do really quick spins, and I actually have my settings turned down a little bit for the speed, because if I put it too I'll do like 360s, and I don't want to do that. And I do slow movement, so I don't want it to be really fast. But you can see that you can, look around, up, down, all around. I'm moving my guy back and forth with the joystick. I can run and pick up weapons. Let's see if I can find anything real quick. My bottom trigger is jump down here. And I didn't change any of the buttons. This is just the stock configuration here. Oh, and we're already going to start. So I'll just show you one more thing though. I want to show you to toggle through the weapons. I actually had issues with that. So I'm going to go ahead and jump. You can see that I'm going down. I'm using the joystick. Now the D-pad actually goes through your weapons, I believe, when you get weapons. So let me get a couple weapons here. Hopefully I don't die right away. All right. So I'm picking up my weapons now. Yeah, see, the D-pad will select a weapon. Two, if I pick up a couple things, it'd be easier to see. So the bottom Alt button is this little flat run right there, which is kind of hard, which I'll probably end up switching. That's one of the ones I switched. All right, so now if I wanted to toggle through my weapons, you can just use the circle wheel to go through your weapons, which is kind of intuitive, or you can use your D-pad too, but you have to remember which one is which is kind of hard to do. And you can see that I have full control. You can slide by toggling in. I have automatic weapon pickup, so it's automatically picking that up, or I can hit my Alt key again. But other than that, you can see that it does work. I just wanted to kind of show a quick example of it does work. Now, here's the problem. Say I want to jump out of game. I don't want to play anymore. You can hit escape, but then once you get to your menu in your game, there's no go back into PlayStation button. So that's when you need to pick up your controller again. So now that we're here, I can't exit the game. There's no way for me to use this controller to get back into my PlayStation menu. So I have to go ahead, pick up the PlayStation controller again, hit the PlayStation button, and then I will be able to exit the game. So that's just something that you have to keep in mind, that you still kind of need this around to get in and out of the menu, to select the game, and then also if you needed a microphone, this does have a microphone in it, or if you had headphones plugged into this, you could use that as well, and you'd still be able to do all that, but you'd still have to kind of keep this around you. One last thing I wanted to point out is the plug and play. I did have some issues on PS4 playing a couple different games. Fortnite did work. I did have some issues with Call of Duty actually, where just a couple of the buttons wouldn't register, so I wasn't able to sight in. I was just able to shoot, but I wasn't able to actually pull up my sights. And so I don't know if that's a mapping issue or what was going on, but that was definitely in some of the games in PlayStation 4. Plug and play with PlayStation 5, and I played tons of games and didn't have any issues. But PS4, I was having some issues. It did work on the newest Xbox and the Xbox One S. Kind of show you a quick tutorial on why you still need your controller. If you want to see a little bit more in-depth review on some of the buttons and what I think about this, check out my review that I'll leave in the link below for a little bit more description. But other than that, just want to make a tutorial and show you that it does work. Kind of a couple little details how to get in and out of everything with no problem. One last thing that I have too is on Call of Duty, you will have to get all the way into your main lobby where you're about to start the game, and then you can pick this up. So you have to maybe take it a couple extra steps just to get to your main lobby in the game in Call of Duty. And then once you're hitting start to play the game, once it says, are you ready to up and all that kind of stuff, then you can use that, no problem. So it's just a little extra more menu that you have to get through before you can use this in the game. So just one little extra hint there. Thank you so much for tuning in, DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you have any other questions, just let me know. And thank you so much. We'll see you really, really soon on the next video. If this is helpful at all, give me a like, subscribe, or share, and we'll catch you soon on the next video.